Hey Crafter, what have you been up to? I've been thinking about roguelike dungeons, which are these awesome little buildings that spawn within the environment. As you can see, this particular one spawned on a crag biome in Foolcraft, around with all sorts of other beautiful structures going on here. Idea being that I'd love to use this as a bit of a dungeon for some of the woot spawning and take a tour. So being that we've already been playing for a while, what I'm going in with is really a whole bunch of torches, a get out of jail safe free card from the Wartstone that I'm standing right next door to. My favourite weapon at the moment is the paper shuriken, which I've upgraded a whole bunch with luck, beheading and a bit of sharpness, and unbreakable. Unbreakable being a easy way of getting around the shuriken limitations of how many you can carry. I'm not a great fighter, so I'm using some of the facilities here to get past things. I've got a cobalt pickaxe with some stuff, and I'm going to be wearing a Wyvern helm for most of the trip. So you'll be hearing the little tings as we go along, and one other thing that I'll be turning on is lighting on the floor so I can see what's going on. And I have that set to the minimalist mode so that I can actually see as I go around only the pieces where things will spawn. So the dungeon itself is a wee bit down this staircase. Now I have kind of had a quick explore through another one. Obviously had a bit of flight and a couple of other bits and pieces floating around with me as well. This one I haven't seen. They are procedurally randomized, which is quite cool. Ooh, here we go. And because this one's quite high off the ground because of the crags, it spawns a very nice long corridor on the way down. As you can see, there are some cool dungeons and a spawner already. Cool. And we'll light all of this up as we go along. Let's take that one out right now. So I won't be collecting loot bags along the way. Oh, that's a spawner? Spider spawner? Cool. I have a quick look. So awesome little bits and pieces. I think the loot generation throughout here is randomized. Fairly standard loot for a dungeon. That's a little scary that that's going. Okay, bed, nice. Bits and pieces. Oh, and of course the obligatory... okay. That's my first mob today. Excellent. So these do generate in the biome that they exist in. So some of the bits and pieces that we'll find here will correspond to what natural features there are. So occasionally we're going to get interesting situations where things pop in from... Ooh, cake. I think that's the bonus for this particular one. Ooh, black lotus. So as I said, I'm going to leave most of the things here. I'm going to be outfitting this dungeon. As you can see, there's some nice kind of alcoves and bits and pieces. So, oh, this is going to make things more difficult. Alcoves and things for making... this is going to be a lot more difficult. Yeah. Her. Not good. Okay. This almost looks intentional. I don't remember water being upstairs. Okay. Moving right along. So some of these alcoves will turn into spawn areas for various things. Other areas I will use to highlight some cool dungeon features that I've seen through the Decocraft. Whoa. And of course, level 1 is relatively nice. Dawnstar Embers, unfortunately going away. We're on a earlier pack than a lot of people at the moment. So, here's nice things. Of course, this being a very easy level at the moment. Wow, that's quite full. Surplus. And some random books and bits and pieces as well. So this mod does remind me a lot of Recurrent Complex, which is another mod that you can use to set up systems and levels and structures, and more importantly maze-like structures where you can set up the individual rooms as you go along and what those what the individual ones as they get spawned in can look like. For example, you'd have a big room like this, and it'll tell you that it can... Oh, that was a fast one. They could tell you that it can spawn in the spaces and where the exits are, and it'll match up the exit for this location into the 4 exits from this style of room to a corridor piece and on from there. And it can randomize it quite nicely from that. Now this is the stairs down. Oh dear. I can't see that. Oh my god, what the hell was that? How? Okay. Whoa. And there's a little bit of lag always on the server. There seems to be a little problem at the moment with Foolcraft where it doesn't tick quite as often as we'd like. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was my defense for later on. Okay, maybe I haven't put enough torches on this. Oh no, I missed it. One on top. Generally speaking, I think having 2 torches tends to be quite a good level of light. Certainly removing as much of the spawnable areas helps, but having the light levels specifically around the spawner. Ooh, laudanum. And lava. Bits and pieces. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff and pop it into the chest. Oh, just to describe what else I've got on me at the moment, I have a Darkinator, which is feeding me occasionally, and I've got a Mana Blaster and a Mana Ring. So if I do run out of torches... Oh, that's just a little simple automated furnace. I've got something to lit my way with. So, from what I've heard from other people, the first couple of levels are pretty easy. And then it gets remarkably harder from there. And I hope I won't swear too much during this. Awesome. I think I've already missed an area upstairs, haven't I? Okay, I might need to... Shouldn't be too hard to clear out. Now, one of the cool things you can see is that they do randomize, completely randomize the creatures that come out of here. Which is quite nice. Now, I think that is enough. A little bit of lag. Lag's never good. Oh, Jesus. So in theory you probably would want to have, if you're a little bit more hardcore than some of us fun playing ones, what you'd want to do is have a whole bunch of shurikens. Shurikens are nice and cool and easy to throw around. You can see that there's a cave up here. Naturally spawning and occluding with things, and there probably actually is. leading into cave systems as well. Do we have to be careful? Yes. And I've just completely forgotten what I was saying. Oops. Sorry, guys. I have a memory like a sieve. This is a known thing. Ooh. Yeah, and that'll be one of those naturally occurring faults in areas where you just have to be very careful that nothing happens when you're near them. Oh, nice. Weapon cases, very nice little mod that they've got in here. Gives you some really cool intermediate stuff. Some of the swords and things are very nice. The rings that I've got on at the moment come from a ring box that comes in the pack, which obviously gives me the speed, strength, resistance, and haste, respectively. And you can hear downstairs things are starting to spawn. Now, thankfully at this stage, most of the things that are spawning are melee. Okay, and this is the proper stairs down. You can see that there is another room beyond this, which is actually dungeon. Now, this is not actually part of the roguelike, but I have a feeling if I... God. No! Do they look like roguelike? I have a feeling that the specific ones that have got the chainmail on are a special breed, more specific to... Oh my god. Okay, so they're spawning from a different level. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let us bash this in place for now. Please no. Oh, the lag. One of the problems with the fantastic shuriken is that... sorry, with the helmet that I'm wearing, the Draconic Evolution, is that it pops the meter in the bottom corner, and it does obscure things a bit. Now, I'm sure I actually had missed a little area here in the middle. I thought, maybe I hadn't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, a bet. Okay, zooming around to get to where I'm going. I think it was just here. Now, so far, interestingly, all the levels have been stone. Oh, hello. You guys have been active, and I've only got one exit, which is quite strange, actually. Again, great thing about shurikens is their long reach. Obviously it's a ranged weapon, and once you've got unbreaking, you can literally just stand there and spam it out to them. And obviously having your positions of your items in your toolbar is very important. Obviously a lot of people have their number 1, number 2s as their fighting and mining, and then utility stuff in their number 3s. Depending on how your reach is. Oh, googly eyes. Oh my god, the spiders with the googly eyes is just fantastic. Let's make sure that we're not losing too much items that want to despawn. This is when it starts getting a little bit more hairy. And obviously I'm kind of using the fact that I can actually do this, but trust me, if you get swarmed, this is not a fun bit of armor to be in. And this is hardly down at all, and I'm already feeling slight bit overwhelmed. Okay, let's get rid of some of this. And one of the problems we start encountering down here now is that some of these, oh shit, are now actually going to be hidden. Yep, there we go. So, you see how there's, oh, like a, no, they're fighting. I can't even remember where the half of my stuff is. Okay, let's quickly rearrange things so that they're on the side. I can get rid of things easily. Obviously, if you've got shurikens, you can collect them up. Now, one of the things you may need to check is behind all these. Now, I'm going to break these so that I've got two faces. I believe that's enough. I'm going to have to check that though, aren't I? And always, always be on the watch out for creepers. Oh. Actually die. Please, actually die. And again, long range, so good. Okay. So, it starts turning into a thing of making sure that as you go and as you kill, you do reveal. As you can see, there is a shit ton of things here. And obviously there is a spawner just up here or something. But it is important to get all of them because they're all important. Any single one of them will cause the usual effects of having monsters spawn. And obviously quartz is a fantastic thing to carry and make sure you've got on you. I'm too used to having jump boosts and assists. Now you can see that there are chests in behind these things as well. So, and in this particular mod pack we've got the ability to use broken spawners. More importantly, that broken spawners, oh god, more things that are broken. Spawners break. Jesus, that is not a happy place. I have a bad feeling that spawners for creepers explode as well, or that they're somehow special in that regard. Oh my goodness, you could just hear them. I have no idea why this is. All obsidian here. That's madness. Oh, that's not... Okay, we're getting random spawns behind me as well as in front of me. A little bit of lag. Now this is a particular layout that I haven't seen. Oh, crap. Just hearing things all over the place. can go down there a bit. Let's see if I can just go. Yeah. Okay, we'll just clear this area out first. Okay, and again, it's a beautiful area. One of the areas that I particularly want to liven up. Yeah, when you're lagging, you're not getting much in the way of combat ticks in there. And because there's some fast ones as well, and because nope, lost it. But anyway, I'd love to be able to use this room for something important. There's 10 by 10, 8 by 8, 7 by 7 spawners using woot, and I'm going to have to clean that out as well at some stage. And that'd just be really fantastic to be able to go in and put a nice set piece in there. Oh, okay, so you can see that there's a little bit of a, almost like a ravine that's starting to form through here, and sometimes what happens is there's shards. Yes, I do find those very interesting. Bliss rods, right? Okay, that's interesting. As you can see, there is a ton of stuff here that I am leaving behind because I didn't bring any wood with me, and most of the time these are just gravel. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now you can see bloody TNT underneath, and this whole thing is going to go up, and I imagine there's a trapped. I think that was what got me last time. Well, almost got me. Could have got me if I'd let it. Rare loot bags. Very cool. Now, so with the full pack... downstairs. With full pack, this is a fun pack. It's more about the exploration, trying things out, getting things relatively early, and relatively quickly. So we've got chickens. Sounds silly, but we have chickens that are laying the various materials. Ooh. I think there's another one in there somewhere, maybe. Nope, good. So things like getting a little bit of draconium, getting things through loot bags, getting odd little drops like this early isn't too hard. I missed something. Oh, I've missed that one. That was a zombie, wasn't it? That was a zombie. Fuck. And that sounds like someone's just activated the... oh no, oh, it must be something else. Oh my goodness. All the things going on all at the same time. And this is why it's a lot of fun. Oh my god. Okay, so you can see again how the ravine has formed. Usually this, I think, would be part of what you might be able to see. Now, I'm going to use one little trick that we've got here, which is vein mining. Let's use that one. Hopefully I don't get attacked while doing this. This is an awesome place. Now, if I'm lucky enough, I'll also get a mineshaft. Because there's some very cool things you can do with... Yeah, I'm just not going to be able to... Using blocks of quartz for this. Oh my goodness. And you can see things just keep going and going. Oh my goodness. And sometimes the best thing is to get in before things start spawning. So that, because once they start spawning, especially if there's a few of them going on, it can be quite troublesome, and you can use a little bit of the Minecraft mechanics. Ooh, it's a villager. With how unloaded chunks work. We have sometimes these corner ones. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's good. Back to there. Oh my goodness, this is huge. So I have found the way down. Oh, okay, I think I'm just going to go with the way down. No, because I know if I don't clear things out up here, I'm quite possibly going to hit some form of mob cap and be causing all sorts of issues and grief. And this is a huge room. Oh my god. I'm in the worst location here. Okay. That's the basics lit up. Aha. There's going to be a bit of rebuilding of this as we go along. You can kind of get a sense for whereabouts these guys are spawning from, because they do tend to find, using the algorithms of spawning, they tend to find appropriate places to spawn, which can sometimes be round corners. Oh my god. Yeah, I can hear them. I can hear them. Oh, have I just run out of torches? Oh, there's a guy. Oh, I've just run out of something. No. Carrot smoke. Yeah, my futile attempts to dodge stuff. Okay, that should sort that particular one out. That one's been sorted. Yep, that's good. That's been done. That's empty. Oh, I've just missed one. Sounds like I've got most of them, but there sounds like there is other stuff going on too. Of course, things can still spawn naturally. Oh, that's the one I haven't done. You find, like this one, and they end up spawning behind. Because I actually like some of this stuff. Okay, let's wander back. Let's see if I can find... Oh my god. Sometimes you get this guy as well. You're like, oh my goodness. Whoa. Stuck in a corner. Nope, not good. Okay. Okay, so mossy. This will be a mossy level that we're going to go down into now. So each of the levels do get themed. I've only seen a couple. I know as we go down, we kind of get, kind of like Diablo, we get closer to... Closer. to hell. Now some of these rooms are going to start becoming iron made instead, which means that you can't actually get into them without breaking a wall. Now I have a feeling now while this is a very cool set of armor, it's not going to protect me if I am swamped by stuff. Is this just water? I think it is. Now this is where it starts getting more complicated, because things aren't just going to be hidden behind blocks. Oh, this is beautiful though. They're going to get really hidden behind things. Wow, and this is a lot more the way of doors than I was ever expecting. Nope, 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 nope. With a dash of nope. This is another one of those very cool rooms that's got some very cool liquids floating around. Nope, 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 nope. Creeper, nope. I'm good. I mean, even this room is awesome just for texture and the what it invokes. It's going to be quite cool to have people wandering around here eventually. Oh, hello, wearing your head. And again, we're going to end up with various things going on. Doesn't help that we've got... Oh. Come on, come on. Running around sometimes helps with them fighting each other a little bit, because they can kind of get distracted. Oh my god. I'm just so glad that I ended up with a little bit of space. Oh god, where'd they go? Cool, nice big room. So, there we go. And if you can think of any ideas, hey, I'm always open to suggestions. I most certainly do not have enough. There is no way in hell I could have enough equipment space for all the things that you pick up in here. I know that there are some cool mods that have the ability to take your inventory, as you collect things or kill things, the items that you mine in particular. There's a particular metal upgrade in the Tinker's toolset where you can automatically put them into a chest in another location, which is quite handy for mining. There are also sneaky tricks for using a player chest, which is a chest representation of your inventory, and then using that to pull items out of your actual inventory, and doing things with them. Oh, cat. Meow. We're good. Okay, let's mine that. So the cat that you can hear is an ender cat, and bugger. And the other one is a witch that usually goes around with them as well. No, I'm not going to be able to... Okay, I'm going to have to... I'm in it for a little while now. I'm probably going to have to get in with another tool later on. Oh, that's never good. Hopefully. I may need to go back to the start. Oh, there wasn't any other room from the start. Let's give things a check around. I may need to actually go that way. Oh, that's going to be so annoying. Oh my god, this is even worse. You can see that it's gotten that tunneling going on. Let's just quickly give it a quick lighting. You can see how it leads on to another spot in the area. Now, unfortunately, I don't know when the leg's gonna not kick in, so I need to. Oh, thank goodness that those have been removed. Okay, from this distance I can't do this. The question is whether or not I have enough. I like to... Oh god, okay, yep. Was that a... And that was a... Oh, okay, up the top. I've got IDs turned on at the moment so that I can tell a couple of extra bits and pieces, because we were having discussions about modded, about the various things that you can do with it, and... and some of that came back to IDs and how certain mods add and extend. I swear to god I didn't see that these were here previously. Oh, they're coming from above. This is why you make sure you clean things out. Because at some stage I'm going to have to come back through this. Ah, now, here. Isn't this beautiful? Obsidian, redstone, nether brick. With a cat. Usually passive for a bit. Yeah, not trusting you on that. You can see a lot of this is beautiful structural... Huh? Oh, this would have been a pressure point place. I'm just so lucky that there aren't any visible spawners in here. Speak too soon. Ah, here we go. Switch! Okay. Now let's clean out this area. Oh god. And if you're not fast, you're not going to find things. Whoa. Combat ticks. Thingy. Get things down. Good. So you get some lighting. Start from one side. Protect your back. Get light in as quick as. Because it's gonna blow. So I think the noise that you're hearing is the auto repair that I've got on some of the... Ooh, that's interesting, I didn't know I have two there. I got both of them at the same time. How lucky. Oh, hello. Blind. Did I not? Apparently this one is insufficiently lit. Yes, it is. Because it is only lit in one place. So doing it like that now means that it shouldn't spawn anything. Just because we had some other things behind here too. And again, this would be nice little alcoves for something. Now, just to show you with a cat. It's gotten a little more because it's gotten bigger. It occupies more space and oh my goodness, they are a bit of a scare. What am I looking at? Whaler at the top. Number 2 on your keypad to turn on the water viewing. Oh my god, you can just hear everything going on everywhere. Go full face. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know where they're actually coming from. And obviously these guys, but... Okay, let's see if I can do a... Unfortunately, with some of these dungeons, it's actually not that great in terms of loot after you've been playing with Foolcraft for a while. The loot's decidedly average. I mean, there's some awesome things if you haven't got your gear up to date yet, but some of the stuff... Like, obviously I'm rocking around, one of the particular methods that we've been using is the Illuminati pet to get items. There's some very cool stuff going on here. And I think that's how I got the... Oh, and this is the blocks that we were seeing earlier. Nice. Wow, I've never seen that before. That is so cool. So I got the draconic armor. Obviously I've made and leveled up some of the stuff that I've been picking up along the way. So some of this is just... Let's go this way. Again, abuse the... Oh, that's interesting. These don't spawn. Unless I've... Oh, wow. Oh, it's just hard to see the... Oh my goodness, all this magma. It's a lot more open as well. Oh my god, this is a lot more open. I think the type of creatures I'm going to get down here are also quite different. There we go. actually have to see you. You can see that it goes on further. Oh, these rooms are quite cool. And again, I just love to set things up. Now, I have a feeling I know exactly where the designers put the bloody... lag. Oh, yeah. Go in. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? So, usually I'd wear an amulet to help with some of this, but obviously because of the demonstrations, jumped by the things which turn invisible sometimes, because you know they're not scary enough as is. I can't even see it. Oh, there we go. In some ways these are actually easier to deal with. Yeah, because I haven't gotten 2 in properly. I almost have to be right on top of the bloody thing. I think that's enough. Now, hopefully, there's nothing else in here. Oh god, where did that come from? Okay, I'm hoping that's from a different part of the room. Like, I can hear it, but I can't see it. This is frustrating. It's possibly from over here. And you can see that this just carries on and has different sections independent of each other. Oh, that's beautiful. And because things are so lit up, actually I don't really need to be dropping torches anywhere. Because there's so much lava everywhere. Oh, hello. And you see just ranged weapons. Absolutely rock. Now... skeleton. Okay. So, if I want to progress, I need to... Oh. I don't quite know how much. Of course, this may not be the only spawner, when I think about it, in this room. I do have flying on a ring, but it's upstairs. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, you're stealing with my blocks. What's up with that? And of course, again, the repair noises being... okay, all good. Being the piece that actually fixes the automatic recovery. Ah, I saw that. Oh no, it's actually inside the pillars. Nah. Oh, bugger. Oh. Okay. Not so great. Yep, this one just a spawn. And I could vein mine it, but I'd probably lose half the level at this rate. Um... Hmm. And obviously one of the good things about hitting the pillars is actually... I think these guys are also coming from above. Oh god, there's lava above there. Zombie, okay. Now obviously with a sword you might be able to do a little bit better with oh, that's interesting. I thought I had sorted that. That's a spider one. Oh, that's a zombie. Oh, they're still spawning. Why are they still spawning? That one's done. That one I thought was done. I'm glad that there is... Oh, you know what? That's just rude. Now, hopefully, no further spawnings. And hopefully I can find... Torches! Amazing for finding your way out of stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, is this some form of magically activated rooms? Oh my god. Out, please, out. I'm surprised that I can even see half of these, because you get to the stage where you're like, oh, they're all half hidden, and I have now run out of stuff. So, I don't know if this is going to help, but let's mana it up. So apparently you need a lot more torches than just a couple of stacks. So, Mana Blaster can be used for a number of different uses. And freaking amazing. Again, with the lag, not helping. Very cool room. Again, probably got a spawner in the center there. I think I'll deal with that later, if you don't mind. You can see that this is getting to a stage where it's becoming a little bit unmanageable. Because there are certain sections of this where I'm just trying to skip past. Ooh. Oh, unsuccessfully. Okay, I think this is back towards one of the starting locations, and then we've got a third option here. So let's have a quick look. Let's shuffle that over to there. Oh, long-ranged. Oh, long-range light. It's great. And you can do things like this and rapidly be running away. Oh, the lag. Oh, the lag. So, one of the tips that I've seen to avoid lag with this mod is to preload as much of the... Yeah, I might not be actually producing enough light to stop mobs from spawning. But it's to hang around out the entrance and actually get the entire chunk well loaded. Oh, don't tell me I've run out of mana. Oh no, it's lag. It's little quiet moments. And again, weird spiders. They do the thing. They seem to do the thing all the time, where you're not too sure if it's part of the dungeon anymore. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a thing. Oh my goodness. Ah, I have seen this kind of area before. It's usually full of lava. Oh, this is quite special. Oh my goodness, I think this is actually... Oh my god. I think this... Oh, that's right. There's like... I have seen one of these before and it was full of lava, and the longer I stay here the harder it is that I'm going to be to get to fix this up. So So, sickle spamming, strafing. I am glad that walking into magma doesn't seem to do as much as what I thought it should do. Nope, that is definitely not doing as much cool things to spawners as I would hope they would. Oh, Botania, Botania. Oh, okay. Also, me not finding all the things. Now, one of the problems with the draconic armor that I am wearing is that if I am hit, as I am hit, the entropy bar that's underneath it goes down as well, and so I can have situations where I've taken too much damage and no longer can soak any at all. small horde of spiders. And of course we're hitting level caps for some of these, which is around to actually see half these spawn. Useful. This is going to be such a great place to loot later, but and possibly to get some. I'm obviously keeping things so they're spawnable. Shards are useful later on as well. It's not one of those things that you can easily build, I think. Light it up. Ooh, I think, actually, I may have got it. So I think this is one of the reward areas. And, oh my god, there's just so much stuff down here at the moment. Sometimes it feels as if the... Ooh, again, chicken egg. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it feels like it is a little bit leveled in terms of some of the chests that you do get. And sometimes it feels a bit samey. Oh, Escalium. Another very cool Terra Steel. Again, you're getting these kind of silly high-level eggs come through. Let's have a little bit further around. I don't know if we're at the bottom yet. Actually, we're y equals 10, so this is indeed probably the actual bottom. I don't think there is actually further below that we can get. And this is a tour of my new base, I suppose, as well. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but I quite like it. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. I hope you've enjoyed a quick explanation of this particular mod. It's a very cool one. It's in a few packs. There isn't anything further, however, to find, other than the exploration and the occasional... Oh dear. The occasional very nice room. It doesn't seem to actually... Oh my. Oh my. And this is Puka's place. I'm going to sit here for a while and heal up. But I thank you for joining me in this quick search through the roguelike dungeons. I'd love to know what you think. Tell me about other mods that you're using and that you're playing with. We're playing on a Kiwi-built Foolcraft server. A couple of us playing through, doing some awesome things, having a lot of fun. Hope to talk to you soon.